that holy shit battle system.
Yes.
You win.
And also, again, like, I didn't know what it was, but holy shit, why the fuck did everything jump like 10 goddamn levels? Because, you know, that is part of the problem. If I was closer in level, I was like 10 levels lower, and like 5 levels lower, and like Gudra was surviving against the like Braviary evolution was the level difference. If I was closer in levels, that would have probably been significantly easier.
Yes. Asshole.
And again, I feel like that's something that sort of as an example, like, if I, look at the teams like the game, it is just healing and reviving everyone in between this bullshit. Wait, is that all the...
Yes.
Yeah, Weird Ear, Cleavor, the...
Milligant, Ursaluna, Basculegion.
It's all of the Ride Pokemon and the Guardians.
Yes.
Because aren't the Pokemon we're using as Ride, aren't they like the other set of Guardians?
Yes! Yes, they are!
That didn't go cuckoo?
That was the entire point here.
It has been a hot minute, I don't remember. Plus, I have been...
It has been a hot couple of months.
Yeah. Plus, I've also sort of been actively ignoring this game's story because of my contempt for various other factors. Because I do not care how good your story is. If a game plays bad, a good story cannot save it. Good gameplay can save a bad story. Good story can't save bad gameplay. Because if a game,
Team Ultra Balls.
Oh.
Hey, buddy! Where have you been?
What was the Olga, the better question would be, when have you been? And the answer is everywhere.
Sorry, lost track of the time. And the fucking red chain has never worked in canon.
Wait, are we gonna get the theme? I think it's the theme. Well, that should tell you. That should tell me everything. Actually, wait on. Okay, the game. It is clicking Earth Power at that point. I swear. I fucking swear. If it... I fucking knew it! Though you ate that like a champ. Now, because of the level difference, should be able to eat the one.
Dialga!
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Dialga's a legendary. It has like no negative stats. Fucking love Dialga. Dragon Steel, so same as the Gudra, but just cracked to hell. It's a slower version.
Yeah. I swear. First fucking ball!
They kind of intend for that. Let's go. Woo! Whoop! Woohoo! Yahoo! Yeah, it's a different cutscene because it's her, so Palkia should just show up. This is the only choice in this game that matters. Carson showed the Dialga path, I'm showing the Palkia one. Except, funny enough, because I chose the Palkia path, Palkia will have a hard time completely touching a Togekiss.
Besides Togekiss, if it was evolved, the Goodra would also be okay.
I need to evolve that thing. It's a little bit under level and I haven't been in the rain. It's my mixed Goodra. I have Iron Head on it to do physical damage because don't get good special on that thing. Hey, bud. Ah, crap. Palkia! It's a water dragon! Yeah, you do have Hydro Pump, and that is the one problem. I can Moonblast once, and the level difference should live.
It's also a legendary.
Hydro Pump, and you miss. Good. And man gives you Ultra Balls, and normally, just because of law of averages, because he gives you Ultra Balls, normally you catch this thing in 1 or 2.
Thank fuck.
Yeah. Bad.
Thank fuck, RNG.
No! I believe the catch rate, because it's a story battle, is actually jacked up a little bit. Take that, God of Time! Just gonna shove my balls in your face. Everyone behind her. You guys know.
Gotta start chucking the balls. The balls are inert.
Okay. That was a small distraction.
Yeah.
God of fucking Time!
Why is it level 65? Why am I grossly underprepared for this?
Such is the nature of this game. Space-time torn.
Like, you barely get any fights. And
You're telling me there's another one?
like, you barely get any fights. And when you do get a fight, you're like, it's like 20 levels lower. And then you get here, and it's like, fuck me. Better not make me fight both of them, game.
And the man gives you Ultra Balls, and Ultra Balls are kind of broken? Anyway, because you can't actually get Ultra Balls this early. So you have a really good chance of catching the Palkia and the Dialga as long as you drop it into critical health. And even with the level difference, I lived one Hydro Pump, because Togekiss is a fat ass. And this is exactly why I split recordings, because it's been like 30 minutes. Got it. My boy. Well, that said, however, don't know if I'm showing a lot of this, because I'm about to stop. I just went like 30 minutes over into a different recording, because I couldn't catch the Goodra. I caught Palkia faster than I caught the fucking Alpha. You're telling me there's another one? So I might be showing this to show the alternate, because Curzon's Choice made Palkia his target, and Dialga his target, and Palkia his bonus. So in my choice, just to show the difference, and it's one of the other reasons I was truncating this, I get Palkia as mine, and Dialga as my bonus. Which does let us actually, you know, talk about Palkia and Dialga differently, because, well, I generally like Dialga's typing more. Palkia has pretty good stats. They're both cracked to hell. He basically said, bitch, we gotta run. Yep.
I believe in the Pokemon movie,
Run like a bitch.
I believe in the Pokemon movies, because the movies are actually distributed by, like, Toho, they actually they have legal access to, like, the Godzilla Monster Sound library. I believe Palkia actually used, oh wait, I don't think it was one of Godzilla's roars, I think it was Rodan. I believe Palkia in the movie uses, like, one of Rodan's cries. Is it something the movies use a lot? Legendaries will just use their, like, monster sound library.
Anyway. Past the 3.5 hour mark now.
How far past, like, 3.5 hours? So I wanted to stop around, like, 4, though, because of the plot shit and catching the are probably going to stop unless the game forces me into nonsense.
336. It's almost at the 340. Getting close.
Because we are close to that, right?
It gets mixed up because this game is weird, where there's a credits roll that kind of caps the story, but then after the credits is a post-game that is a lot more story that a lot of people are like, the post-game just kind of feels like the rest of the game. Dialga, the Pokemon, spoke to you. Along with its name, too. The Stone of Creation's being, the Chain of Red, the vessel of humankind's invention, until these three can calm chaos, perceiving space. Finally, Mighty Dialga said it warns us back at the temple.
Because I don't remember full, like, it seemed really...
Yes, that's so. That's the way it is.
It seemed really, I don't remember how the ending and shit, you know, goes as well.
Ah!
What?
On the back of the Earth plate, it says when the universe was created, the shards became this plate. That's like a fun... In Gen 4, if you find the plates, they all have the little lore text on them.
Who wrote that when you sit there and think about it?
God.
You think they'll ever have the cojones to give Arceus the, like, Omni-type gimmick in the actual game, or no? Though, even if God
Oh.
was every type simultaneously, you're still weak to
To
stealth.
rock.
You're still weak to stealth rock, and that is the funniest fucking thing to me. That's like the absolute funniest thing.
Ow.
Mhm.
Yay!
Why did you give me that?
So now you idiots agree to help me? Jackasses.
You just gotta grease the wheels to get them to agree with you. There's a sex joke somewhere in there. Oh, like something kind of interesting happened to fully.
There we go. Ow.
Going to probably stop in like a minute before stopping or like doing anything else. Where? Oh, honey. Wanted to look at the Dialga just to see at level 65. Those stats are honest. I honestly thought it would be better.
Oh, he gets fucking flash cannon. Bullshit.
I honestly thought those stats would be better. I thought it would probably have like just 3 and everything.
He gets flash cannon, the dick.
I guess it's exclusive to Dialga in this game. Yeah, 80, 100 accuracy lowers defense stat.
That's what flash cannon does.
Attack down, defense up. That's not a terrible nature.
Well, one, you can grow nature, man.
I know you can like nature man, but it's just in terms of basic. Yeah, bold. Same as the other steel dragon I have. Funny. I wanted to just like for one look.
Oh, the aura.
On. Move. I just want to see what the. I just want to see what it like. What you can relearn. Was it? How do you do the...
It was...
Change moves. Twister, Ancient Power, Slash, Dragon...
Power Gem, Dragon Pulse.
Yeah, it's like everything you would want.
What Dialga does! What Dialga's always done.
Because, like, before... ending in shit. The first point I was going to make something interesting with a lot of the characters is that a lot of them have designs that invoke other characters from non-Gen 4 regions. The second one was Dialga. The reason I wanted to look at that and point at shit is because this game works entirely different with the grit system and shit. Pokémon from this game transferred into other games. When they're in the other games, they basically have the equivalent of 0, like, EVs and shit, right? Because I was going to point out, you could...
EV training doesn't carry, because that doesn't exist. IVs carry.
Because grits are a weird approximation of it. So my point basically is, like, you could use the Dialga in this game and transfer it into something later and make it competitive in later games if you really wanted to.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I can stop.
Because, hold on. Let me explain a couple of things. EV training doesn't exist in this game, but the grit system has a rough equivalent of IVs, and if you use like a few fan like hacking tools, you can figure out in the code how to get like 31 IVs for stuff. So if you are using one of those like trade bots to figure out your RNG seed for IVs, you can RNG manip like Pokemon and get perfect IVs, because when traded out of this game, the IVs are sort of hidden in the code based on the grit level. And because EV training doesn't exist, even if EV training existed in a game like, Sword and Shield with the DLC, there's that woman you can just pay to nuke EVs. And with Nature Mints existing as a thing, you would ideally want, like, Dialga, if you were going to EV train it, like, modest or timid, generally.
Unless you're gonna make a weird bulky set.
So, if you want an easy, accessible Dialga, this game isn't the worst for that. If you want to EV train it, just Nature Mint and whatever, and you can just also... With Legendaries, you can always just bottle cap anyway. It's like...
That's why is
15 minutes until 4 hours.
So, okay. Stop then.
With all of that... Well, kind of good to stop so I can catch up. But with all of that said, this has been another recording for the Pokemon Legends Arceus. We needed to get back to this, so we basically slowly got back to this. But, as always, I hope you all enjoyed this set of videos, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, which one do you like better, Dialga or Palkia? I always thought Dialga was the better of the two, and this goes back too long before I cared about competitive Pokemon, which is funny because at the time, Palkia only had one weakness, because Fairy-type did not exist yet. However, Dialga is Dragon Steel, and Steel types are immune to poison, meaning you cannot Toxic a Dialga, and that kind of advantage was always super useful, in my opinion, because even when I messed around with Pokemon on a slightly more casual level, the immunity to toxic poisoning was always super useful. And even back then, I thought Dialga was really nice, because while it had more weaknesses than Palkia, it had far more resistances overall. And the immunity to poison was super useful. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.